Welcome to the first ever Green Arrow monthly recap. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Green Arrow's only got one book. This is on solo title. That kind of is true, but he also stars in one other book, and it's written by the writer of his own series, Jeff Lemire. Two books, Green Arrow, and you're about to see what that one's first. First up, it's Green Arrow issue 32. I have been reading this issue 1. Green Arrow is my second favorite character. That's the reason I want to do this review. Yeah. This picks up right where the Outsiders War leaves off. Yeah. And, basically, the Green Arrow finds out that Diggle's back in town. He's been kidnapped by Richard Dragon, who's actually black right now. And all of a sudden he gets attacked at HQ by this woman called Red Dart, who made her debut in the previous issue. She's a new character. And then, Richard Dragon, Count Vertigo does show up in this issue. He works with Richard Dragon, who's black. Yeah. And it turns out his real name was Richo Dawes Jr. His father was the original one, the senior. Yeah, they show like a past version where the artwork does change. It's a pretty neat. This is what the artwork looked like for the past. Not bad for the artist of this book. Yeah. And in fact, Rich Dragon's got a scar on his body. And of course, while Green Arrow's fighting off Red Dart, yeah, guess who also shows up in here while they're fighting? Let's see if we get to it. Frickin' Brick. That's right, Brick. Who pretty much looks like the way he did on Young Justice. Now, he is definitely not an original Green Arrow villain who made his debut in New 52. He made his debut in Green Arrow Volume 3. He made his debut toward the end of that. He was a minor character, but then all of a sudden, the next page, bam! Killer Moth shows up. Yeah, he made his debut in New 52... He showed up present day, just the previous issue, but he made his debut back in issue 25 during the Zero issue. But it's nice, and the thing is that the one in the past, basically the Green Arrow who actually killed Richard Dragon's father is actually Diggle. Yeah. But it's a nice, interesting story. All of a sudden that Green Arrow's half-sister Emiko shows up, and she says she wants to become new Green Arrow. And that's it. Overall, this is a really good issue of Green Arrow. Pick up right where Outsiders War leaves off. Him coming back to Seattle. This is really good. I give credit for Jeff Lemire for basically saving this series, because the series is basically going down the drain. This other, I kind of like Anna Sensei run, but this one's a lot better. This is only the third issue I've read for his run. I've not read issues 17 through 29. I have not read those issues yet for this volume of Green Arrow. I have read the first 16 issues, but basically, if it had been for Hawkman Wanted, this series would have been on a cancellation shelf. And of course, Anderson let the title go on after that. Jeff Lemire brought in stuff in this title that should have been brought in this from the beginning. So I give this book an 8 because some of the stuff comes completely out of nowhere. And next is the second issue for this monthly recap, and that's Justice League United issue number 2. Yes, I am reading this series. This issue was really, really good. Got a beautiful looking glossy cover. It picks up right where the last issue left off, where the Justice League, well, basically starts off with this kids finding Adam Strange's base operations in Canada and discovering they got powers. And of course, the Justice League get teleported to Rann, which is they adopt the whole planet up to Adam Strange, which is in New 52. Now, this is actually, this is actually the first time that, basically from New 52's perspective for Adam Strange, who's actually Canadian. I don't know why they keep changing nationalities for these characters. Anyways, his New 52 look is not that much different. At least it keeps the same color scheme. Yeah. And they're basically teleported to Rann, and they have no idea what the thing was teleported, which I was saying to. So they brought forth the monster they were fighting in Canada. And of course, the lineup for this particular team is, well, at this point, is Martian Manhunter, Stargirl, Green Arrow, Animal Man, and Adam Strange. The other woman has to show up this issue. I don't know why she doesn't make appearances in this issue. Anyways, they fight the creature off, and then Supergirl shows up, completely out of nowhere. That's why I think at this point she's supposed to be Red Lantern. Maybe it takes place in the future, I don't know. I guess we don't need to. And of course they get captured, and of course Martian Manhunter asks to be released. And the guy said he's no Mr. Make Demands. And he just phases right through the force field and grabs the guy by his shirt, and basically the man, he was gonna, like, he's thinking he's gonna beat the crap out of him. And of course he says that, and of course Elena, who was in Prelude 52, was Adam Strange's wife. Here, I think she's just his girlfriend, and she's black. And Lobo's in here too for some odd reason. And guess who also shows up? Hawkman. He beats the living crap out of Lobo. Now this is the so-called real Lobo, the thin Lobo, the one who's not the big buff guy, basically walking around since New 52 started. Yeah. Oh yeah, not his girlfriend, his fiance. Okay, I get that. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. It's a young version of Adam Strange, so that's perfectly fine. I got no problem with that. At least he's with her. Now, I wish they would allow them to get married, unlike, let's say, Batwoman and Maggie Sawyer, which Dan Didio said no to their marriage. Maybe he'll allow Adam Strange to get married. Maybe. Anyways, the story is a bit more interesting than it is in Green Arrow. But they talk for a bit. Adam Strange, well, they get to talk to him. And Argus, apparently the JLA basically fought off panel in between issues before the Trinity War started, like, coming on a bath. Apparently he escaped from the Argus facility. And, yeah, it's a really interesting, a lot of dialogue, not much action here. Of course, you get a lot of fighting between Lobo and Hawkman. And of course, Hawkman gets shoved into space. I don't know why. And of course, in the end of the issue, of course, Anila is happy to see Adam Strange again. And at the end, basically, this is toward the end of the book. Which point in this book? Here we go. He says this. Marshman says this. Make no mistake, Sardeath. What we do for the safety of the galaxy, not Rand. We are not soldiers for hire. We are the Justice League. So basically, this is actually the first time they've actually confirmed that they are the Justice League, but they haven't an official name for it yet. But in fact, they are the Justice League. And so the lineup for this group is basically pretty much everybody who made his cover debut back in issue 1, with the exception, basically you got Martian. Now with the exception of Supergirl, like I said with lineup, basically like I said, the lineup is this: Stargirl, Adam Strange, Animal Man, Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, and of course Supergirl. And now they're a Justice League team. That's nice. I really do. It's a nice little story, and I like the fact Adam Strange is actually part of the Justice League, not an honorary member like he was in Prelude 52. I like the fact that also they mix some stuff from his own stories, stuff like that. But this was good. This was a lot better than the Green Arrow issue. So, excuse me. I give this book a 9. This was really, really good. Can't wait to pick up next issue for this. And looking forward to the next issue of this as well. Despite the fact this is actually okay start to the storyline, broken, but I like to see the story a little more forward. But it's a good jump. It's a good jumping on point right after Outsiders War, because Outsiders War really wrapped up everything in issue 17 going on. This issue, basically, just go back to issue 0, and you should be pretty much caught up with whatever is going on here. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it for this monthly recap. You probably won't see one of these until next month. We'll all get Justice League number 3 and Green Arrow 33. The only month you probably won't see us for is September, unless of course they get one of those 3D one-shots for Future's End. Otherwise, though, you probably won't see one for the month of September. Okay? So, until next time, bye.